Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. I feel like it's been forever since I have been able to film and dedicate time to my YouTube channel. I am super happy to be doing this today. I feel great. I feel rejuvenated, and today I bring to you July Marvels. I cannot believe that we are in July, you guys. Like, it is just insane to me how quick this year is going. But yeah, without further ado, we're gonna dive right in. I got a lot of stuff to go over today, so I don't want this to be too long. So yeah, let's just get started. The first products I'm gonna talk about are from Lancome, and I do have a lot of products from Lancome this month. And so hear me out. I know that I just recently started working for Lancome, and if you've been following, you know this. I want to upfront and center just let you guys know that I will always be honest with you. If I do not like something, I do not like something. With that being said, makeup is such a personal preference. Some things that work for me may not work for you. And you've heard this disclaimer time and time again on YouTube. But these are the products from Lancome that I've been trying, and you guys, I've been trying so many products. But these are like the standouts to me, and I have really been enjoying them. So I want to share them with you. Take it with a grain of salt. If you feel like this is biased because I now work for the company, I don't know what to tell you. I will always be honest with you guys. So that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into the stuff that I have just, over this past month, I've really fallen in love with these products. So the first one is the Advanced Genifique. What I love about this product is you can use this over your foundation to sort of liven up your look midway through the day, or you can use it as your first step in your skincare routine. Basically what it does is it just adds a beautiful glow to the skin without shimmer, without glitter. It's very lightweight. You don't even feel it on the skin, and that's another thing I love about it. It's cool because the dropper is self-loading, so you never have to guess how much product you need. I think that's awesome. And what I love is midway through the day, I have like this little teeny tiny sample. This was the first one that I tried. I've already gone through it. So what I like is carrying this sort of in my makeup bag, because I've noticed as my skin is sort of changed and I'm no longer as oily, about 6 hours in, no matter what foundation I use, I get a little bit powdery right here. And so what I like is to dab just the tiniest little bit of this in those areas that look really powdery, and it just immediately revives my makeup. It just makes it look like I just applied it. And so I've just I've really been enjoying this, you guys. So that is the first one I wanted to talk about. Next is the Visionaire day. This is the night cream. There is a day version that has SPF, there is a night cream, and then there's a rich version. So I have just the day cream. And you guys know I've been really into my Differin gel. I've really been trying to resurface these acne scars on my skin, and Differin has done amazing things for me, but it's a little aggressive. I mean, it does dry my skin out. It's not so bad now that my skin has, you know, become accustomed to it, but in the beginning it was rough, I'm not gonna lie to you. So what I love about the Visionaire is this is hydration, but it also helps kind of with those fine lines and the texture. I really feel like this has made a difference. I can see a visible change, and I've really been enjoying it. It's also very hydrating, and I like that about it, but it's not so heavy that it feels uncomfortable. So I've really been enjoying that. As well as the Teint Idole. Now this is just a sample that I've drammed for myself. I'm in the shade, I can do 230 or 330. I know that sounds crazy, but it depends on where I am, like, you know, if I'm self-tanned or not. But anyways, I've been enjoying the Teint Idole. I always wanted to try it even before working for Lancome, and I like that it reminds me a lot of my beloved Double Wear. but it's not as heavy as Double Wear. That is something that I've noticed. This gives me that coverage that I'm looking for and the longevity that I'm looking for out of Double Wear without looking heavy. Sometimes I do feel like Double Wear looks a little mask-like, if you will. I have learned to work with Double Wear. I just kind of shear it out with you can use moisturizer, you can use the glow drops. There's ways to kind of, you can even take your Smashbox primer oil if you have it and kind of shear it out. So I've found ways around it with Double Wear, but this gives me Double Wear without having to work with it, if you will. So I have already gone through, this is my second dram. And you guys, I think it's worth a try. If you don't want to invest in the full size, you know, in the bottle right away, go to your local Lancome counter and get shade matched and take home the 10-day supply. I know this is a teeny tiny little bottle, but this should get you 10 days, you guys. A little goes a long way. You don't need a whole lot. It's very high in pigment. So I basically just polka dot it, blend it out. And if I want more, I can add more. But that sample should get you 8 to 10 days. I think it's an amazing product. I've really been enjoying it. And so I recommend you guys at least get a sample. I've really also been enjoying their mascaras. So I have these four here. I have the Monsieur Big, which I do really love. This definitely gives you those big full lashes. This is for volume. And I personally enjoy layering these mascaras, and I'll kind of tell you how I do that. So I'll first go in with the Seals Booster. This is also a lash conditioner, and I didn't know that. You can wear it at night on its own to help condition your lashes. Now, I don't personally do that. I use coconut oil, which has done amazing things for me. Specifically, the Kopari coconut melt is what I've been doing at night on my lashes. I'm no longer able to wear my false lashes to work. And even on my days off, you guys, layering these mascaras, I feel perfectly happy without false lashes. This is the combination that I have on my eyes right now, and I think it's pretty dramatic. I mean, I think it's a pretty bold lash look. So I'll first go in with the Seals Booster. I then follow up with the Definicils. Now, Definicils is for lengthening. This is going to give me those demi-wispy lashes, very long, feathered, just really natural, but exaggerated, if you will, lash. So I also love this for my lower lash line. It's what I have on today, and it never flakes, it never budges. I've just been pleasantly impressed. And then I'll follow up with my third coat, either with Monsieur Big or Hypnose Drama. Now, these are all sample sizes, you guys, because I've just been testing them out. I do have every intention on getting all of these in the full size because they have blown my mind. I was never really a mascara person before working for Lancome, but that's because I always relied on my false lashes. Now that I don't have that option in my life, I am in need of amazing mascara, and these have far exceeded my expectations, and it's made it so much easier to let go of the false lashes. So yeah, it just depends on what I'm feeling. Hypnose Drama, definitely. This, I feel like, sort of clumps the lashes. So if you like a really clumpy lash look, kind of like a spider lash, I would go with Hypnose. It's got that, I love the brush on Hypnose. I will say it's that curved, so it makes it really easy to just kind of give your lashes that curl. And I find that this stays in place all day. And also, I've noticed with their formula, you know how some mascaras make your lashes crunchy, like stiff and crunchy? These don't do that. Whatever is in the formula, your lashes are still pliable. So I think that that's something to take away also. But I would say definitely see if you can get a sample, try them out. I know they're spendy, you guys. I know that, but I'm willing to shuck out the cash. And I was never willing to do that before when it came to mascara. All right, and then a few more products. I do have the La Vie Belle lotion as well as the fragrance. So I working for Ulta, we sold a ton of La Vie Belle, but I'm not a huge fragrance person. I love Marc Jacobs fragrances, and I have like my specific ones. So while we sold a lot of this, I hadn't really familiarized myself with it before working for Lancôme. Now the fragrance is beautiful. To me, it's the perfect blend of day and night, where you could wear this anytime, any day, any night, and it would never be too overwhelming. However, there is a sweetness to it. So if you're not into sweet scents, you may not like this, but there's also a sexiness to it. There's just something about it, you guys. So it is Iris, and it's spun brown sugar. So it's a combination of the both. It's referred to as a floral gourmand. I've been learning a lot about fragrances, and this, you guys, this just smells so good. If you've never given La Vie Belle a try, again, ask for a sample, spray it on yourself, see how it works with your chemistry, but I have really been enjoying it. And now what I love about the lotion, now, I have, in the past, I've tried lotions that match the fragrance. Marc Jacobs, you name it. If I've purchased the fragrance, I usually buy them in sets, so I've given the matching lotion a go. Now, I've never really been a huge fan of them because I've found them to be very drying, so not hydrating at all. I feel like it's used more as a layering technique to extend the longevity of your fragrance throughout the day, which is true. If you layer the matching lotion, it does make the fragrance last longer throughout the day. But I never found them to be hydrating. So usually I would just give them away. Now, the La Vie Belle moisturizer is in fact hydrating, and I think that's my favorite thing about it, to be quite honest. Secondly, what I noticed, and a lot of people rave about the Brazilian Boom Boom Cream because it has those little teeny tiny micro shimmers in the formula. This has that too, and I never knew that. So I have been applying this religiously. And it's not glitter, you guys. It's like a very fine micro shimmer where you honestly wouldn't even notice it unless you were looking for it. But I thought that was something to note. I don't know if you guys have ever tried this fragrance or the matching lotion, but again, give it a go. Try it out. See how you like it. I think they're divine, personally. And then I have a lipstick and a primer. I'm sorry, guys. I've really been impressed. Okay, so the lipstick I want to talk about is from the Color Design collection, and this is in the shade Wannabe. You guys, I have been wearing this lipstick pretty much nonstop, and what I love about it is it's pretty long wearing, considering it is a very hydrating formula. So this is the color, and you guys, if you know me, you know I love a berry. Berry, I am a sucker for a good berry. So shade itself is right up my alley, but the formula is what really gets me here. I wore it in one of my recent videos when I was down for my Ecole training, and I also love that I can touch this up, touch it up as I need to throughout the day, and it never gets clumpy or weird. It never balls up and feels gritty, if you will, on my lips. So again, if you've never tried the Color Designs, they have several different lipstick formulas. I'm specifically talking about the Color Design. I have another one right here. This one's in the shade Love It, and it's just a beautiful nude. They have several beautiful shades to choose from. This is just like a lighter nudie pink. And they're just comfortable, you guys. They're just comfortable on the lips. So I wanted to shout those out because there are several different lip formulas, and so it's the Color Design formula. And then the last product is the La Bosse primer. So this I talked about again in my recent what I brought to my Ecole training, and this is interesting because it reminds me a lot in the way that it's packaged and the way that it looks like the Smashbox Photo Finish primer. Now, I've tried that one several times, and for me, it always made me greasy throughout the day. About midway through the day, I always felt greasy. This is, it blurs and it smooths, just like the Smashbox one. but this does not make me greasy. It helps to control the oil. And so I have been, I mean, this is a sample I got. It was full to the top. I've had it for 3 weeks maybe, and like I'm already getting nervous. Like I want to buy this in full size for sure, because it's just become a part of my everyday routine. I like to layer primers and use different primers in different areas, and this has just become an everyday staple. So again, I know it's spendy, but if you liked the effect of the Smashbox one, but you also found it to make you greasy throughout the day, try this one out from Lancome. Just try it. Okay, so I think that's all of the Lancome that I wanted to talk about. I know, you guys. I know it was a lot. I know this seems like sponsored or like I'm pushing, but you have to understand this is a brand that I've heard of. Obviously, it's been around for years, but personally, I never really tried a whole lot from Lancome, partly due to price, but I don't know. I just had never really heard anybody recommend anything amazing. You know, you don't really hear people talk about it. So this is kind of all new territory for me, and these are the standouts. I've tried a ton of other things from the line, but these are the standouts for me. The things that if you go to a Lancome counter, I would recommend that you either try out or ask for a sample, you know, maybe do like a gift with purchase so you can try some things out, because I've really been impressed, you guys. I know when you invest a lot of money in makeup, you want it to perform, and I get that. These products performed for me, and I just wanted to share them with you. Most of you are in other states and other places, so you going and purchasing something from Lancome is not going to directly affect me. It's just I've been working with the brand, and I wanted to share these. I don't want any flack in the comments, because it's no different than me sharing any other brand, okay? So now that that's covered, let's move into some other stuff. All right, so MAC Fix Plus. This has been around forever. I bought this quite a while ago, never used it on my face because I was absolutely terrified that it was going to make me look oily. Now that my skin is no longer as oily as it used to be, I've been using this on my face, and I have been loving it, and I totally get why MAC Fix Plus is a thing. It's just amazing. Now, do I think that this makes your shadows so say I use this, and then I pulled in, you know, my Urban Decay All-Nighter, and I sprayed my brush and I put it in an eyeshadow. I don't think there's any difference. Honestly, you guys, I truly believe that you can use any setting spray to make your shadows look more metallic, more foiled, whatever you want to call it. So I don't think that it's necessary that you purchase MAC Fix Plus for that reason if you already have a setting spray that you love in your life. But if you have dry skin, or you're really looking for that beautiful dewy finish, it's amazing. I've recently gone back to my Too Faced Ethereal Setting Powder, and I've been loving it. I've been loving this powder. It's just beautiful. It smooths everything out. It just makes you look poreless. It makes my makeup last. You know, it's all of those amazing things in a setting powder, but I love that it's got that little tint to it, so it's not a stark white finish, and it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. It's finely milled. You're not going to get any chunky things going on with this, you guys. I love the packaging with the little cap to kind of keep everything in, and I've just been loving this. I mean, you guys already know I love the Peachy Perfect. Where is it? This guy here. You know I love that. You know. But recently I kind of discovered while I was down at my Ecole training, because that's the powder I brought, I felt like it made me almost a little too matte. And that's kind of where that Genifique came in, because I only had select products that I brought with me. And so I took a little Genifique and I started tapping it in, and because it made me look a little too matte, a little powdery, things were starting to crack a little bit, and the Genifique brought my makeup right back to life. So anyways, Laura Mercier Hydrating Primer. I've been loving this. Absolutely loving this for an all-over all over primer, and then I'll usually go in with my Lip Boss in like my cheek area and my forehead and my chin, and this has just been amazing. It actually gives you hydration. There are some hydrating primers out there that, in my opinion, don't give you hydration so much as they just give you like a glittery, dewy, you know, kind of situation. This legit makes my skin feel hydrated. So I've been loving this, and I think that it's definitely worth a look. And then to fill in these acne scars, you guys, I've been on the hunt to find something to make my skin look even, like totally even, no acne scars. I mean, you can see I have these acne scars, and it's like no matter what I use for a primer, I've never seen results quite like this. Now you can still see that they're there, but it's far less exaggerated, I find, when I use this. So this is the Tarte Clean Slate Primer. This has been around forever. I had heard so many people rave about it, but it's spendy. It's 39 bucks. I was like, ooh, you know, I went ahead, bit the bullet, picked it up. I'm so glad I did. I am so glad I did. I love this on days that I go full glam, and I love this on days that I don't wear makeup at all. I feel like it just smooths things out, kind of evens things out, and I'll just basically, you know, mist a little setting spray, do my brows, maybe some mascara, keep it really simple, but I feel much more confident when I put a little bit of this. It's almost like spackle, like, I'm not gonna lie. And I'll just tap it into those acne scars, and I feel like it makes a big difference. If you guys have ever tried that out, let me know your thoughts. I've heard people say that it pills up on them, but I use just a really teeny tiny amount, and I just kind of like roll it over those areas. I've not had an issue. So I have a couple liners. The first one is this Rimmel Exaggerate liner. It's what I have in my waterline right now. I have very watery eyes, you guys. My eyes are always watery. I don't know why. It's just the way that it is. And I find that a lot of my liners, just they don't last as long as I would like them to last in my waterline. However, this is the best nude liner ever. Ever. It's in the shade 213 Nude, in the nude, and this stuff legit stays in my waterline for hours. It is so impressive. Every time I use it, I'm like, how are you still there? Now, I'm not gonna say that I can go a full 8 hours without touching up, but I would say this gives me a good 5 hours without touching up, still nice, bright and vibrant, if I don't know if that came out right the first time. I will touch up, but that's pretty incredible for me anyway. So if you guys have ever tried this, let me know your thoughts. If you haven't, it's affordable. I say give it a go. I think you'll be impressed. I've been using this Ulta Beauty Felt Tip Liner in the shade Brown. Now, when I first got this, I wasn't super impressed by it. I didn't think it was necessarily a bad liner. I wasn't like blown away. So there's a swatch of it. Now, in my opinion, it's not as opaque as it could be. However, I love the color of this liner. I have it on right now. I like not going in with a black liner sometimes. Sometimes I feel like black is just a little too harsh. It depends on the look that I'm wearing that day. But I've really been loving wearing a brown liner on my upper lash line instead of a black, and so this is the one I've been reaching for this month, and I do think it's a good line. I mean, it lasts all day. I wish it were a little bit more opaque, but I think it's a beautiful color brown, and I do find that I might have to go over it, like I might have to tap the pen to kind of disperse a little more ink, but once it's on, it lasts all day. I think it's beautiful, and yeah, I think it's pretty solid. All right, so for palettes, I've been loving my Tarte Clay palette. I've really been digging into this lately, you guys. The reason being is because it's just simple. It's simple, it's neutral, and when I first started this job, my life went insane. It went from like knowing exactly when I was gonna work, how, where, like I knew everything about my job, to like not knowing anything about anything. So this was stable for me. It gave me, there wasn't a lot to choose from in terms of different color combinations. It was just something that I could put on in the morning and get out the door, and I appreciate that about that palette. Also, I love that you have your bronzer, your contour, all of that in one. I think that's amazing, especially when you're trying to get out the door in the morning. Now, I hate talking about it because it's no longer available, and I don't think that volume 2 is worth your money at all. To me, volume 2, I bought it. I thought it was going to be the perfect companion to this palette, all I would need for travel, and in my opinion, volume 2 is garbage. So I don't recommend that you pick up volume 2. However, if you find this somewhere, Haute Look, maybe Poshmark, something like that, I definitely think it's worth your money. Okay, Dominique Cosmetics Latte palettes. What I have on my eyes today, this palette is absolutely incredible, you guys. I may have already featured it in a favorites. I don't even know, but I've been reaching for this a lot this month, pretty much for the same reasons as the Clay Play, because the shades are just easy. They all work together. I love the option of the pop of color for the lower lash line if I'm feeling it that day. And these metallics, you guys, I don't even wet my brush. There's no need to. They are so foiled, so glossy. They look almost wet. It almost looks like a cream shadow on your eyes. They are so beautiful. Her formula is incredible. I love that they're not so pigmented out of the gate. You know, you really can kind of work your way up. You can build on that pigmentation. It's not like, you know, you dip your brush in, go to put it on your eye, and you're just like, you can actually, you have control, full control. She has an amazing formula. And I did not pick up the Lemonade palette because some of the shades just weren't up my alley, but after using this one, I'm kind of like, maybe I need to pick up the Lemonade. You know what I mean? She's just got an amazing formula, and I think that you guys should check it out. They are sold, she is selling at Ulta now. The packaging's not my favorite. I'm not a huge fan of this cardboard white, but nonetheless, the formula is incredible. Okay, the Becca Après-Ski from Holidays this past year. I've really been enjoying this. It's the only thing, I think I have opal in 2 of these palettes, but for what I've been reaching for, it's mostly been this blush, opal, sometimes this guy here, sometimes this guy here. I've just really been enjoying this palette. It's just, I wish it were still available, honestly, you guys, because of all of the Becca palettes, I think that one is just my favorite. Becca highlights are absolutely incredible. I don't need to sell you guys. You already know, but I just thought I'd mention it. It is a favorite. I've been using it a lot, as well as the Tarte Blush Bazaar from Holidays last year. Again, I don't want to spend too much time on it because it's no longer available, but these shades are beautiful. They speak to me on so many levels. And the Amazonian Clay formula from Tarte, you guys, these blushes wear all day long. All day long. This Florida humidity is no joke. And so for anything to stay on your face all day long, it should be commended. And I love the tones in that palette, and I love the way that the Tarte Amazonian blushes perform. Now, I know you can't get this anymore, but holidays are going to be here before we know it. I recommend you pick one up, maybe during the holidays. If not, you can find so many blushes at Ulta. They have a ton of shades, and you know, I say pick one up and give it a try. All right, and then I think this is my last item. This is the Shade and Light palette, the contour version from Kat Von D. This is an oldie. It's been around forever, but I recently broke it out. I love this in the summer months. I find that these are a little too intense when I'm super pale in the winter, but right now, when I have a little color to my skin, I love this formula. Oh my God, this is worth every dime. Now, I know there's all this controversy with Kat Von D right now. You guys, don't roast me in the comments. I get that her decision has the potential to affect people, but it's makeup. You know what I mean? It's makeup. And so I am not going to boycott her. That's just my decision. I don't agree. I will say I don't agree with her decision, but I'm not going to say I'm boycotting the brand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've already had this palette. I've had it long before this was ever a topic, and so I just want to throw that out there because I don't want any hate in the comments, you guys. I don't want any hate for enjoying my Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D. Like, it's makeup. All right, and then the last product is this Not Your Mother's Beach Babe Texturizing Sea Salt Spray. So I've had some questions on how I get my kind of like my loose curl beachy vibe when I use my straightener, and honestly it's this, you guys, it's this. My hair is very straight and it's sort of silky soft, so there's nothing coarse about it, so it will not hold a curl, especially down here in the humidity. This is something that if I use this, those curls last all day, and I love that it never makes my hair crunchy. I can run my fingers through my hair, I can do this number here, I can kind of give it a fluff if I need to, and it never makes my hair crunchy. So if you are like me and you can never get your hair to hold any kind of curl for any amount of time, maybe give this a go. I've tried many salt sprays. This is my favorite. I love the smell. I love that it's not an overwhelming scent. And I love that it's affordable. Actually, I love this Not Your Mother's line, specifically this blue line that they carry. I've tried the shampoo, the conditioner, this guy here, all really, really good, highly recommend, and it won't break your bank, which is great. One more hair product is the Husk shampoo and conditioner, the Monoi coconut oil. This is their nourishing shampoo, and I believe I got their repairing conditioner. You guys, you know, if you've been here, you know I love my macadamia hair care. Hands down, I love my macadamia hair care. However, it's expensive, and if I can't find it at TJ Maxx, I don't know if I want to spend $35, $40 on a liter of shampoo. So Melanie from Mr. Kong's mom, I have talked about her channel several times because she is a plethora of knowledge, hair care, skincare, makeup, you name it. She's amazing. I love her. You should go check her out. I think you'll be just as amazed as I am. But she always recommends this specific shampoo and conditioner. Her daughter uses it. Her daughter loves it. And she has said that it's very, very nourishing and hydrating. So I went ahead and I picked it up, and you guys, I am amazed. My mind is blown. I feel like this gives me more hydration than the macadamia line, and that speaks volumes because, again, I am obsessed with the macadamia hair care line. This is so hydrating that I can't use it but maybe at most twice a week. I wash my hair about every other day. So I think in the winter this will be like a holy grail. But for right now in the summer months, it's almost so hydrating that it makes my hair a little bit heavy. That is the only downfall, but I am going to hold it for the winter months because I feel like that is going to make a huge difference in the winter when it's not so humid down here. But right now I kind of have to be careful with what I use because this humidity is no joke. So anyways, I wanted to mention it. I think the liters are $10 each, so $20 total for shampoo and conditioner that will last you forever. And if you have super dry hair, super malnourished hair, I would give that a go. I would definitely check it out because I'm shocked. Now I always try to throw in like a couple lifestyle things, and this month I have a couple pairs of shoes that I want to throw out. I know this video is 33 minutes long. They're always, my favorites are always so long, no matter what I do. But I wanted to throw in these shoes. Okay, so with my new job, I am standing in one spot for 8 hours at a time. So I was in the market for a couple pairs of shoes that were going to give me some support, look fashionable and chic, and give me a little bit of support because the floor is tile. And if you guys know anything about standing for 8 hours in one spot on tile, you know that your back will be broken by the end of the night. So I was looking for a pair of heels that were going to work for me. Now I picked these up at DSW. Yep, I still have the tag. I'm that girl that doesn't even take the tag out. Because why do they do this? Like, you can never pick it off. But anyways, I got these half off, already clearance down. So I ended up paying $30 for these little pumps. So this is the brand. I think, so that's the brand. And I want to say their like parent company is Born. I think this is like a baby of the Born brand. Anyways, I digress. These are the most comfortable heels I have ever worn in my life, you guys. In my life. They are a nice, soft, almost sort of muted leather. Like they don't really have any shine to them, but I kind of like that about them. They felt broken in like the first day that I worn them. Now I've heard wonderful things about the Born brand, but heels are heels, let's be honest. They're not the most comfortable, but yes, you guys, these are legit the most comfortable heels I've ever worn ever, and I got them at DSW, and they are just amazing. I literally wore them for an 8-hour day, and normally I'll get 4 hours out of heels and I'm in flats. Wore these for an entire 8 hours, had no issues. My back did not kill me by the end of the night, because sometimes I find that flats are just as back breaking, you know, like you need that elevation. Those are so amazing. And then the last pair of shoes is these guys here. All right, I get it. They're not for everyone, okay? They are Loud and Proud, but I thought these would be perfect for the counter because Lancôme is all about the rose, and I just thought these would be super cute with my all black that I have to wear. And I cannot tell you the amount of compliments that I have received from men and women on these shoes. So they are made by Katy Perry, so it's the Katy Perry line. Again, I got these at Dillard's. They were on clearance. I paid $50 for them, and I would do it all over again. They are just the cutest pair of patent leather, little, like, what do you call these? I'm drawing a blank, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Love them. People love them. They make people happy. They make people happy. They will look down and be like, they smile, I love your shoes. I think it's just because they're so bright and fun. So I just wanted to shout them out. Katy Perry also came out with the cutest sandals over, like, in the beginning of summer. I think it was like end of spring, and they had like little fruit, like the part where you put your, you know, the thong, you put your little toes through the thong, and then it had like a cute little orange or a lemon. Look them up, Google, you'll see what I'm talking about. They were so cute. I am sad I didn't pick up a pair because I went and tried them on and they were so cute. I wish I would have got the watermelon ones, but I didn't. And so when I saw those shoes, I was like, gotta have them. Anyways, you guys, we are almost 40 minutes in. I'm gonna get off here. I know this was a long video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're still here, you are the real MVP, and I appreciate you so much. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.